Hello everyone, welcome to Evolve with Letty J. If you are new to my channel, click the subscribe button below, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love and your support. Don't forget that I post videos every Monday and Thursday. Every Monday is all about personal finance education, about money, about wealth creation, and Thursday any topic that can contribute into you evolving into the best version of yourself, or if you want to label it, you can say personal development. So anywho, let's get right into today's video. So today I just thought that I should check up on you guys, check up on how you were doing. Why? Because we are family, and if you're new and you just subscribed, welcome to the family. And in this family I check up on my subscribers, if you're still okay, if you're still on track with your goals. I know it's the beginning of March, and you know, we all started the year being hyped up. I even made a video about setting goals and tracking your goals. So I'm just doing a follow-up to make sure, or to keep you accountable for your goals. And I also want you guys to keep me accountable for my goals. So in as much as I'm following up and checking up on you guys should also check up on me if I am also still on track with my goals. So today I just wanted us to have a chit chat, pretty much a catch up, and just to discuss goal setting, if we're still on track with our goals, and if not, what are the things that can contribute into you slacking with your goals or quitting. Because according to Business Insider and according to the University of, let me check the name of the university. The name is tricky, but I'm going to try, guys. I am not English, so it's the University of Scranton, if I'm not mistaken. It states that 23% of people quit on their New Year's goals and resolution on the first week. Like, guys, week one already, 23% has already quit, and only 19% end up achieving their goals at the end of the year. That's what I got from Business Insider, and I believe it's the truth. So I'm just checking on you to see if are you part of the 23%, or are you going to be part of the 19% who are going to achieve their goals at the end of the year. So now, on your wealth building journey, I do acknowledge that a lot can happen in a year, guys. A lot can happen in a year. There's a lot of stumbling blocks that you can come across. There's a lot of opportunities that you can come across. And today I just want us to discuss 3 things that can demotivate you, or they can distract you from your goal or whatever. So the first one is obstacles. So we know that life is not perfect, and sometimes we give up on our goals because of the obstacles that we meet along the way. Sometimes you might plan things to go a certain way, and then you find that there's just so many obstacles or challenges along the way. So I'm just going to share 3 points on how you can overcome the obstacles that you come across along the way to your wealth creation journey. And my first point is, you need to look up to God. And I repeat, guys, everyone is welcome on my channel, even though you have a different belief. I'm Christian. I acknowledge God as my spiritual source. But if you have another spiritual source, you're welcome on my channel. I do not discriminate. Anyway, my first point is look up to God or your own spiritual source for guidance, because sometimes obstacles are a force that is trying to pull you down from achieving your goal. So you need to look up to God and pray about it and give it to Him, so that He can help you to overcome those obstacles. So if you come across any obstacles or challenges on the journey to achieving your goals for the year, you need to look up to God. You need to give them to the Lord so that He can handle them for you. My second point is to persevere and do not give up. It's not easy, and if it was easy, everyone would have it. So no matter how many obstacles you come across, no matter how many challenges you come across, because challenges are going to be there. I'm not going to lie to you and say it's going to be cute. It's not. But you have to persevere and do not give up. You have to be strong. You need to be your biggest hype man. And you need to keep yourself motivated. You need to focus on your journey, and yeah, just persevere and do not give up. The third point is some obstacles are actually alignment. So you might find that you wanted something to happen, and then a challenge or an obstacle comes along the way, and then you have to change direction, or you have to take another route, or you have to choose something else. So for example, maybe you went on a job interview and then you got rejected. And then you would find that that is a way of you being aligned with what you're actually supposed to do. So in as much as your goal was to get a job, and then you probably have been rejected for a few jobs or one job, and then now you find that you're actually being aligned to starting your own business. Or maybe you got rejected in one company and you find that you're actually being aligned to work in a particular company. So sometimes obstacles are not bad, but they are a way of aligning us in to our purpose. And in this video, I'll be speaking about this book that I'm currently reading. Let me just get it for you. It is, I don't want to drop the things inside because I'm still reading the book. It's The Alchemist. Oh my goodness. The Alchemist. It's The Alchemist. It's such a good book, and it speaks about following your dream and your purpose. And in the book, it speaks about a boy. I don't want to spoil the experience for you if you want to read the book, but I just want to explain the message of alignment. So in this book, it speaks about a boy who is going to find his hidden treasure, and then he has to go to another land. I'm not going to say the name of the land in case you want to read the book. And then along the way, in his mind, he thought he was just going from where he stays to the land to find his treasure, and that's going to be it. But he met a lot of obstacles along the way. On the way to wherever he was going, he met a guy who he thought was trying to help him. But then he actually found that that guy wanted to rob him. And that guy robbed him and took all of his money. That is an obstacle. And if you come across something like that and you're trying to achieve a goal, or you're trying to pursue a dream, it can cause you to give up on your dream. But with this boy, it was actually a way of him being aligned, because after that, he went to work at a shop. I won't say what kind of a shop it is. He went to work at a shop, and then after working at the shop, he saved up money to end up going to the place. And when he was traveling, he met with another man who aligned him with an alchemist who was going to help him pretty much. I'm not yet done with the book, but that was him being aligned, because if he didn't get robbed, he was not going to meet the guy that he met on the way, and he was also not going to meet another girl that he met that he really liked and believed was his soulmate. So sometimes challenges come, yes, but they are a way of aligning us. So like I said in my first point, look up to God. So when an obstacle comes, look up to God and ask him that, God, is this you wanting me to fight and resist the force that is trying to pull me down? Or is this you realigning me with what you actually want in my life? So just find a distinction between those. So yeah, done with obstacle, moving on to another point that can cause us to be demotivated or quit on our goals. And the second thing that can cause you to quit is your expectations. So now we are human. We are human. We have our own expectations of how we want things to turn out. But sometimes our expectations might not turn out the way that we want them to. So what happens now when things don't go according to how you expect them to go? So I don't know if you've ever came across this picture, but I think everyone knows this picture. It defines the road to success. And then it says your idea of the road to success is straight. And then the reality is that it has ups and downs. So if I find that picture, I'll put it somewhere here so that you can see it, but I'm sure you've seen it before. So your expectations, you just want January to December to be like straightforward, perfect, blah blah blah, but we know that's not how it usually turns out. So in as much as your expectations are straight, the reality has its own ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. So how do you now deal with disappointment? Because expectations can lead into disappointments. So how do you now deal with disappointments when things don't go according to your plan or how you expected them to go? The first thing is for you to trust in the process. Like, things at the end, guys, they always work out for the best. So even though things don't go according to your expectation, but just trust in the process and always believe in your heart that whatever it is that is happening in your life, like every single thing, every single moment, is going to turn out best for you, or it's working in your favor or in your advantage. So just trust the process. When things don't go accordingly, find a different way of doing them and do it. So then again, going back to my book, The Alchemist, right? So going back to The Alchemist, when the boy was traveling to wherever he was going, they were traveling in the desert. And obviously their expectation was to use a particular route where they're just gonna go straight from point A to point B. But then along the journey, there were wars along the way where they had to change the routes that they were using. And then when they got to another part, there was too much wind and it was difficult to travel because of the sand, and they had to change the route. But at the end of the day, they still reached their destination. So this should be your motivation, that even though during the year things might not go as you expect them, you might have your ups and your downs and your ups and your downs, but at the end of the day, you are going to reach your destination. So I always give an example with from where I stay in Burgersfort, Limpopo. From Burgersfort, Limpopo, there's so many routes to get to Johannesburg. So you can use the Burgersfort, Middelburg, Burgersfort, Stoffberg, Middelburg, Witbank, Johannesburg, or you can use Burgersfort, Leidenburg, Middelburg, Johannesburg, or you can use Burgersfort, Polokwane, Johannesburg. At the end of the day, you are going to reach Johannesburg. Whether you use the Stoffberg Road, whether you use the Leidenburg Road, whether you use the Polokwane Road, Oksalayo, you're still going to reach Johannesburg. So as long as you get to Johannesburg, even though you wanted to use the Stoffberg Road, for example, and then you find that there's a strike and the road is closed, what are you going to do? Are you going to give up and say, okay, I'm no longer going to Johannesburg, or you're going to find another route or another way to get there? So this is the same way we need to approach our goals. Same way as the people in The Alchemist, the way they were navigating the desert, or the way or the example of me using the different routes of getting to Johannesburg from where I stay. There's never one way of doing things. So if your way or the way you expected to do things does not work, does not mean you should give up. You should find another way, and there is another way. And the third thing that might discourage you from achieving your goals, or that might demotivate you, is the lack of discipline. Yeah. Sometimes some people don't meet obstacles. Sometimes things go the way you expected them to, but the enemy of progress in the picture is yourself, because you lack the discipline. You do not discipline yourself enough to be able to do the things that are going to contribute into you obtaining your goal. So now, how do you make sure that you are disciplined, since you are your enemy of progress? You are your own enemy, my darling, in the situation. So how do we make sure that you don't become an enemy of progress to yourself? The first point is to look at the bigger picture. Don't only look at things from a point of view of today. Look at the bigger picture. Ask yourself, for example, if you want to be a billionaire. Okay, let's say you want to be a graduate. Let's not talk about billions. Let's say you want to be a graduate. The decision you're making today, whether you decide to study or not to study, is going to determine if you're going to become a graduate or not. So you need to look at the bigger picture. Don't only look at the fact that you are tired and you don't want to be disciplined enough to go sit down and study. Don't look at the fact that your friends are going out and you also want to go out and you don't want to go study. So being disciplined is all about you seeing the bigger picture, that actually I'm not doing this to punish myself, but I'm actually doing it because I see the bigger vision. I see the vision of me being a graduate. Or if you are saving money, you see the vision of you making R1,000,000. It's not about the instant gratification that you're going to get from buying that donut. It's not about the instant gratification you're going to get from buying that handbag. It's about the bigger picture. If you look at yourself, if you already see the vision of yourself as that millionaire or billionaire or whatever it is that you want to become, and you start acting upon it now, then you will be disciplined enough. Why? Because you see the bigger picture and you're not short-sighted and you only see things for now, and now you want to buy that handbag. You don't want to study, you want to eat that donut. That's not how it works. The second point is to know your why. If you know why you are doing something, then you will have the discipline to do it because you have a reason for doing it. If you don't know what your why is, it's going to be easy not to be disciplined. For example, with me, I have a YouTube channel. I know my why. I won't tell you my why now though, but I know my why. I'm not doing it for I'm not doing it for entertainment. I'm doing it for educational purposes, but this is also a way of me building my brand. So I know my why, that right now if I sacrifice my Saturdays, because I normally record on Saturdays, I could be chilling right now. I could be sleeping and probably having some snacks or chilling and watching TV. But because I know my why, I am disciplined enough to say every single Saturday I'm going to sit down and record 4 videos. Why? Because I know my why. Why? Because I see the bigger picture, that me being disciplined enough to sit down and record and speak to you guys right now and telling you to be disciplined, it's actually me building my brand for the future, that I can use as a profile, or that I can use to educate people, and etc. Like I said, I'm not gonna tell you what my why is, because I don't want to share it yet, but hope you get what I mean. If you know why you're doing something, then you're going to be disciplined enough. I know my why, which is why I'm currently sitting here and speaking to you, even though you're going to see this on a Thursday, but I recorded it on Saturday. Oh my goodness. Anyway, for example, let's say you have a heart disease and you want to eat healthy. If you know your why is you don't want to get a heart attack and die and leave your family and leave your future. So if you know your why, that actually I'm doing this to increase my life, or to live a longer life, yes, to live a longer life, then you have a why. Then it's easy for you to be disciplined. But if you're just doing something for the sake of, it's gonna be very difficult to be disciplined. So you need to look at the bigger picture and know why you are doing that particular thing, because if you don't have a reason, you're not going to do it. The third and the last point under discipline is for you to keep yourself accountable and track your goals daily. So like I mentioned in my video that I posted in January, that you need to make sure that what you do today is going to contribute into your weekly goals. Your weekly goals contribute to your monthly goals, your monthly goals to your quarterly goals, and your quarterly goals to your annual goals to your medium-term goals, your medium-term goals to your long-term goals, of which is you building a life for yourself. So the decisions that you make every single day add up to creating your life. You are the author of your life, and what you write in the book of your life every single day is up to you. So what do you want people to see when they open the book of your life? Do you want them to see that you were sleeping, you were skipping class, you were skipping study sessions, you were eating donuts, of which this is something that I should be preaching to myself? But we are not perfect. I'm also not perfect. So I'm also experiencing the same challenges you're experiencing. But like I said, you are the author of your own life. You are the one responsible for writing this book. So you get to choose every day, every week, every month, every quarter, every year, what you want to include in your book. So like I said, keep yourself accountable by tracking your goals daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, medium term, and your whole life. So I really hope that this gives you motivation to go back and look at your goals. If you had already given up on your goals, please go back and just try and identify that between these three things, what could have made you to be demotivated or to quit on your goals, and use the tips that I shared on how you can manage it. And I really hope it helps. And yeah, guys, I was just pretty much checking up on you and checking if you're doing well, and to keep you accountable, because I want you to achieve your goals at the end of the year, because I know I'm also going to achieve mine. So I want us to win in this life thing together. So if you had given up, go back to the drawing board, go back to your goals, and get your life in order. And another thing that I need to tell you guys is starting from next week up until for the next 7 to 8 weeks, I'm starting an investment series on my channel, and I'll be posting investment school or wealth school videos every Monday and Thursday for only those 7 to 8 weeks, because it's an investment series special. So if you haven't subscribed and you're new and you want to know what's gonna be happening, subscribe. Don't say I didn't plug you. So yeah, we're gonna be having our Evolving Thursday after 7 to 8 weeks. So but then I'll see if I can do bonus videos here and there for evolving conversation or for personal development. But for the coming 7 to 8 weeks, it's going to be strictly investment education, and I'll talk more about that on the video that I'm going to upload on Monday. And I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share with your friends and our friends and our family and our friends and our family and our friends and our family and our friends. And don't be stingy, my darling. Till I see you again next time, thank you so much for your love and support. Mwah, and ahe.